which players are on the Mount Rushmore for each baseball team. We're going to go through each team alphabetically. Previous iterations of a franchise will count, such as the Senators or the Expos. I'm choosing players only, so no managers or announcers or anything like that. I'm doing no duplicate players, which might be a stupid rule, but I want to highlight as many players as possible. And if you disagree with my picks, feel free to leave a comment. Let's get into it. Arizona Diamondbacks. Number 1, Randy Johnson. The big unit had 4 Cy Youngs in a row for Arizona, was a co-World Series MVP in 2001, and threw the only perfect game in D-backs history. Number 2, Luis Gonzalez. Gonzalez won the 2001 World Series with his iconic hit off Mariano Rivera and has the most home runs in Diamondbacks history, including 57 in 2001, a single season record for the franchise. Number 3, Paul Goldschmidt. Goldie was a 6-time All-Star with Arizona, on top of having 4 Silver Sluggers, 3 Gold Gloves, and being the face of the franchise. Number 4, Curt Schilling. You could go with Brandon Webb or maybe even Ketel Marte, but Schilling was hugely important to the 2001 championship team as he was the other co-series MVP with Randy Johnson, and he likely would have won a Cy Young with the D-backs if Randy Johnson hadn't won them instead. Athletics. Number 1, Rickey Henderson. One of the best players of all time who has the record for most stolen bases, most runs scored, most leadoff home runs, won the 1990 AL MVP, and helped the A's win the 1989 World Series. Number 2, Reggie Jackson. A big part of Mr. October's success was with the Athletics, winning 3 World Series in a row and the 1973 World Series MVP, along with the 1973 AL MVP. Number 3, Dennis Eckersley. Eckersley was a revolutionary closer for Oakland, holding the franchise record for most saves and secured the 89 ring on the mound, and he would later win an ultra-rare MVP as a reliever. Number 4, Jimmy Fox. It was tough to choose Fox over Raleigh Fingers, Dave Stewart, Catfish Hunter, Sal Bando, Lefty Grove, and heck, maybe even Mark McGwire, but Fox had an insane run from 1932 to 35 where he averaged almost 9 wins above replacement, won back-to-back MVPs, and won 2 World Series with the Philadelphia Athletics. Atlanta Braves. Number 1, Henry Aaron. 25-time All-Star Hank Aaron was one of the greatest baseball players of all time, holds the MLB records for the most RBIs, extra base hits, and total bases, won the 1957 World Series, and leads almost every Braves offensive stat. Number 2, Warren Spahn. Spahn has over 100 career WAR, holds the major league record for most wins by a lefty, and peaked in 1957 by winning both the World Series and Cy Young Award. Number 3, Greg Maddux. The greatest control pitcher of all time, Maddux won 4 Cy Youngs in a row, with the last 3 being won in Atlanta, has the most Gold Gloves in baseball history with 18, and led the Big 3 to winning the 1995 World Series. Number 4, Chipper Jones. You could go with one of the other pitchers in the Braves Big 3 like John Smoltz or Tom Glavine, or go with Eddie Matthews, but Chipper was the face of the Braves for almost 2 decades, helped to win the 95 ring, and won the 1999 NL MVP. Baltimore Orioles. Number 1, Cal Ripken Jr. Ripken is the best modern clean shortstop of all time who holds the record for most games played in a row, and during that streak he won 2 MVPs and the 1983 World Series. Number 2, Brooks Robinson. Brooks Robinson, in his 23 years with Baltimore, was the best defensive third baseman of all time, earning 16 Gold Gloves, the 1964 AL MVP, and the 1970 World Series MVP, contributing to 2 World Series titles. Number 3, Jim Palmer. Palmer has the most WAR of any Orioles pitcher and was the best AL pitcher in the 70s, winning 3 Cy Youngs and 3 World Series titles. Number 4, Eddie Murray. I almost chose Frank Robinson, but he only played 6 seasons compared to Murray's 13 seasons for the Orioles, earning the 1977 AL Rookie of the Year and 7 All-Stars, as well as hitting 2 home runs in the clinching Game 5 of the 1983 World Series. Boston Red Sox. Number 1, Ted Williams. Ted Williams was the greatest pure hitter of all time, having a career .344 batting average, 1116 OPS, the highest on-base percentage of all time at .482, 2 Triple Crowns, and 121.8 WAR. Number 2, Carl Yastrzemski. Yaz spent 23 years with Boston, and in that time set the Red Sox records for hits, RBIs, and runs, and in his 1967 MVP year won the Triple Crown. Number 3, Pedro Martinez. Pedro Martinez's ridiculous peak with back-to-back Cy Youngs and a Triple Crown is even more impressive given that it was in the steroid era, and he anchored the 2004 championship team's rotation. Number 4, David Ortiz. You could choose Roger Clemens or Cy Young himself, but Big Papi is one of the clutchest postseason hitters of all time, with him having an ALCS MVP, a World Series MVP, and 3 rings for Boston. Chicago Cubs. Number 1, Ernie Banks. Mr. Cub was on the Cubs for 19 years, winning back-to-back MVPs in the 1958-59 seasons, and leads the franchise in total bases and extra base hits. Number 2, Ryne Sandberg. Rhino's 15-year career in Chicago saw him win the 1984 NL MVP, 10 All-Stars, 9 Gold Gloves, and 7 Silver Sluggers. Number 3, Ron Santo. Hall of Famer Ron Santo was a 9-time All-Star, a 5-time Gold Glover, and is easily the Cubs' best third baseman of all time. Number 4, Sammy Sosa. The more correct pick here is probably Billy Williams, Williams, and you can make a very old choice with Cap Anson or a very new choice with Anthony Rizzo, but Sosa was iconic during the late 90s home run chase, won the 1998 NL MVP, and he holds the franchise record with 545 home runs as a Cub. Chicago White Sox. Number 1, Frank Thomas. The Big Hurt was a two-time MVP, contributed to the 2005 championship team, and leads the White Sox franchise in several offensive stats, including home runs, RBIs, and extra base hits. Number 2, Luke Appling. Shortstop Luke Appling leads the White Sox in all-time WAR and was a 7-time All-Star with 2 batting titles in his 20-year White Sox career. Number 3, Minnie Minioso. Mr. White Sox batted .304 in his Chicago career, was a 7-time All-Star with the club, and actually came back to the team twice at ages 52 and 56. Number 4, Ed Walsh. Very hard to choose the last spot because of guys like Luis Aparicio, Eddie Collins, Nellie Fox, and Carlton Fisk, but Ed Walsh won the 1906 World Series, was the last player to pitch over 400 innings in a season, and has the lowest ERA in baseball history at 1.82. Cincinnati Reds. Number 1, Johnny Bench. The greatest catcher of all time and the backstop for the Big Red Machine, Bench is a 2-time MVP, a 10-time Gold Glover, is the franchise leader in home runs, and has 2 World Series rings and the 1976 World Series MVP. Number 2, Joe Morgan, the greatest modern second baseman of all time, who had a crazy peak from 1972 to 76, averaging 9.6 WAR in those 5 seasons, leading Cincinnati to back-to-back World Series wins in back-to-back MVP seasons. Number 3, Pete Rose. The all-time leader in hits also leads the Reds in WAR and runs scored, and Rose won the 1973 NL MVP before helping the Big Red Machine win 2 World Series with the 1975 World Series MVP. Number 4, Barry Larkin. A case could be made for Joey Votto, and I almost chose Frank Robinson, but Larkin's 19-year career saw him win 9 Silver Sluggers and the 1995 NL MVP, become the first shortstop to join the 30-30 club, and win the 1990 World Series. Cleveland Guardians. Number 1, Nap Lajoie. Second baseman Nap Lajoie leads the franchise in WAR and hits, won 4 batting titles with Cleveland, and actually had the whole team named after him, as they were called the Cleveland Naps during his time with the club. Number 2, Bob Feller. Bob Feller has the most pitching WAR, wins, and strikeouts in Cleveland history, leading to him earning the 1940 Triple Crown and pitching 3 no-hitters, and winning the 1948 World Series. Number 3, Tris Speaker. Center fielder Tris Speaker hit .354 during his time in Cleveland, has the all-time record for most doubles, and led the Indians offense to win the 1920 World Series. Number 4, Jose Ramirez. Larry Doby would be a good choice here, and if this list were made a few years ago, I think I would have picked Jim Thome, but J-Ram has really shown himself to be an all-time Guardian great, leading the franchise in extra base hits, finishing top 5 in MVP voting 6 times, and being the first third baseman to join the 250-250 club. Colorado Rockies. Number 1, Larry Walker. Walker leads the Rockies in all of the major rate stats, won 5 Gold Gloves for the team, and is the only MVP in Colorado's history. Number 2, Todd Helton. Todd Helton has the most WAR in Rockies history, leads the franchise in almost every counting stat such as hits, home runs, and RBIs, and probably should have won the NL MVP in 2000 instead of Jeff Kent. Number 3, Nolan Arenado. One of the best defensive third basemen of all time, Arenado had 8 Gold Gloves and 4 Platinum Gloves during his time in Colorado, and averaged 40 home runs from 2015 to 2019. Number 4, Troy Tulowitzki. Tulo was an electric player to watch in his prime, winning 2 Gold Gloves, 2 Silver Sluggers, and he was the shortstop on the only Rockies team to go to the World Series in 2007. Detroit Tigers. Number 1, Ty Cobb. Center fielder Ty Cobb's 22-year career with the Tigers saw him get nearly 4,000 hits, lead the franchise in WAR with 145, win a record 12 batting titles, and set the all-time batting average record of .366. Number 2, Al Kaline. Mr. Tiger won 10 Gold Gloves in right field, hit the most home runs in Detroit history, and helped lead his team's offense to winning the 1968 World Series. Number 3, Miguel Cabrera. In Cabrera's career, he has over 3,000 hits and 500 home runs, and in his Tigers career, he won 2 MVPs and was the first player in 45 years to win the Triple Crown. Number 4, Hank Greenberg. Detroit's long history means there are plenty of candidates for the last spot, such as Charlie Gehringer, Lou Whitaker, Alan Trammell, Hal Newhouser, and even Justin Verlander, but first baseman Hank Greenberg leads the Tigers all-time in slugging percentage and OPS, has 2 MVPs, and 2 World Series championships. Houston Astros. Number 1, Jeff Bagwell. One half of the Killer Bees, Bagwell leads Houston all-time in WAR, home runs, and RBIs, was the first player to join the 30-30 club as a first baseman, and won the 1994 NL MVP. Number 2, Craig Biggio. The other half of the Killer Bees, Biggio has the most hits in Astros history with over 3,000, 4 Gold Gloves, and he had a season with over 9 WAR in 1997. Number 3, Jose Altuve. Altuve has won 7 Silver Sluggers, which is tied for the most all-time for a second baseman, was given the 2017 AL MVP, and has 2 World Series rings, even though there are issues with that 2017 title. Number 4, Roy Oswalt. Cesar Cedeno and Jose Cruz could also be chosen here, as could Nolan Ryan, but I'm picking him for another team. And Roy Oswalt has the most pitching WAR in Astros history, won the 2006 NL ERA title, and led the Astros to their first ever pennant as the 2005 NLCS MVP. Kansas City Royals. Number 1, George Brett. One of the best third basemen of all time, Brett has over 3,000 hits, won the 1980 AL MVP with a .390 batting average, and led the champion 1985 Royals team to the World Series as ALCS MVP, which makes it unfortunate that many people only know who George Brett is because of the pine tar incident.
Look at this! Brett is out, and he's steaming mad!
Number 2, Brett Saberhagen. Saberhagen won 2 Cy Young Awards as a Royal, threw a no-hitter in 1991, and pitched a complete game shutout to win the 1985 World Series and World Series MVP. Number 3, Salvador Perez. 9-time All-Star Salvador Perez has 5 Gold Gloves, 5 Silver Sluggers, and hit .364 in the 2015 World Series to win Kansas City's second championship and the World Series MVP. Number 4, Frank White. Second baseman Frank White's entire 18-year career was with the Royals, winning the most Gold Gloves in the team's history with 8, contributing to the 1985 champion Royals, and winning the 1980 ALCS MVP to give Kansas City their first ever pennant. Los Angeles Angels. Number 1, Mike Trout. Mike Trout has the most WAR, most home runs, and the highest OPS in Angels history, is a 3-time MVP, and is one of the greatest players of his generation. Number 2, Nolan Ryan. Nolan Ryan led the league in strikeouts 7 out of the 8 years he played for the California Angels, threw 4 no-hitters for the team, and has the all-time records for hits per 9 and strikeouts with over 5,700 Ks. Number 3, Vladimir Guerrero. Guerrero Sr. has the highest batting average in Angels history at .319, helped the team win 5 AL West division titles, and won the 2004 AL MVP. Number 4, Tim Salmon. Another option here is Chuck Finley, and I very nearly chose Jim Fregosi, but right fielder Tim Salmon won the 1993 AL Rookie of the Year, had the most home runs in franchise history for 2 decades, and the main reason I picked him is because he was massively important to the only franchise championship when the Anaheim Angels won the 2002 World Series. Los Angeles Dodgers. Number 1, Sandy Koufax. Considered by many to be the greatest left-handed pitcher of all time, Sandy Koufax won the 1963 NL MVP, 3 Cy Young Awards, 3 Triple Crowns, 5 ERA titles, threw 4 no-hitters including a perfect game, won 4 World Series and 2 World Series MVPs. It's no wonder he was nicknamed the left arm of God. Number 2, Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier by debuting and winning the inaugural Rookie of the Year award in 1947, won the 1949 NL MVP, helped the Brooklyn Dodgers win the World Series in 1955, and has his number 42 retired league-wide. Number 3, Clayton Kershaw. Kershaw has the most WAR in Dodger history, the most strikeouts in Dodger history with over 3,000, was awarded with 3 Cy Youngs and the 2014 NL MVP, and was part of 3 World Series winning Dodger teams. Number 4, Duke Snider. Fernando Valenzuela would be a cool pick here. Pee Wee Reese and Don Drysdale have great stats, and I legitimately thought about choosing Shohei Ohtani, but Duke Snider's 16-year Dodger career saw him hit the most home runs in Dodger history, rack up the most RBIs in Dodger history, and win 2 World Series. Miami Marlins. Number 1, Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton has the most WAR in Marlins history, the franchise record for most home runs, and the only MVP award for the Marlins when he hit 59 home runs in 2017. Number 2, Hanley Ramirez. Hanley Ramirez won the 2006 NL Rookie of the Year award for the Marlins, joined the 30-30 club in 2008, and won the 2009 NL batting title by hitting .342. Number 3, Dontrelle Willis. D-Train won the 2003 NL Rookie of the Year award, finished second in the 2005 NL Cy Young voting, and helped lead the rotation for the champion 2003 Florida Marlins. Number 4, Jeff Conine. Miguel Cabrera is probably a better choice here, but I didn't want any repeat players, and Mr. Marlin Jeff Conine was a left fielder and first baseman on the very first Marlins team, was on both Marlins World Series winning teams, and had a .920 OPS during the 2003 postseason run culminating in a ring. Milwaukee Brewers. Number 1, Robin Yount. Shortstop and center fielder Robin Yount's 20-year Brewer career saw him accumulate the most WAR in Brewers history, lead most of the franchise's counting stats such as hits with over 3,000, and win 2 MVP awards. Number 2, Paul Molitor. Molitor spent 15 years with Milwaukee, where he hit over 300 for the team, set the Brewers record for most stolen bases with over 400, and helped lead the club to their only pennant in 1982. Number 3, Ryan Braun. Braun has the most home runs in Brewers history with over 350, won a Rookie of the Year award and 5 Silver Sluggers, and was given the 2011 NL MVP, despite him later admitting to using PEDs. Number 4, Cecil Cooper. First baseman Cecil Cooper was a 5-time All-Star, won 3 Silver Sluggers and 2 Gold Gloves, and finished top 5 in MVP voting 3 times. Minnesota Twins. Number 1, Rod Carew. One of the greatest contact hitters of all time, 12-time Minnesota All-Star Rod Carew has the most position player WAR in Twins history, won 7 batting titles, and hit .388 to win the 1977 AL MVP. Number 2, Harmon Killebrew. Big-time slugger Harmon Killebrew spent 21 years in the Twins franchise, being named an All-Star 13 times, setting the club records for RBIs and home runs with well over 500, and winning the AL MVP in his 1969 season. Number 3, Kirby Puckett. Kirby Puckett won 6 Silver Sluggers and 6 Gold Gloves in center field, hit .339 in 1989 to win the batting title, and was crucial to both the 1987 and 1991 World Series wins. Number 4, Walter Johnson. It absolutely pains me to not choose Joe Mauer, but Walter Johnson has a legitimate argument to be called the single greatest pitcher ever, as he had 167.8 WAR, won over 400 games, struck out over 3,500 batters, won 3 Triple Crowns, is the only player in baseball history to have over 100 shutouts, is a 2-time MVP, won the 1924 World Series, and was in the inaugural Hall of Fame class. New York Mets. Number 1, Tom Seaver. Tom Terrific has the most WAR, wins, and strikeouts in Mets history, won 3 Cy Youngs and 3 ERA titles, and led the 1969 Miracle Mets to the franchise's first World Series win. Number 2, David Wright. Wright has the most offensive WAR in franchise history, 2 Silver Sluggers and 2 Gold Gloves, and has the most hits, runs scored, and runs batted in franchise history. Number 3, Mike Piazza. 7-time Mets All-Star Mike Piazza won 5 Silver Slugger awards during his time in Queens, leads the franchise all-time in slugging percentage, and was the first Mets position player to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Number 4, Dwight Gooden. You could make a pretty convincing argument for Jacob deGrom in this spot, but Doc Gooden's 11-year Mets career started with him winning the 1984 NL Rookie of the Year, and then the next year having one of the most statistically dominant seasons in modern history by getting over 12 WAR with a 1.53 ERA in 276 innings, winning the Triple Crown and Cy Young, and then the next year he helped the Mets win the 1986 World Series. New York Yankees. Number 1, Babe Ruth. Possibly the greatest player of all time, Babe Ruth has the most WAR in baseball history, holds the records for highest career slugging percentage, OPS and OPS+, led the league in home runs 12 times, won the MVP award by putting up 14 WAR in 1923, and won 4 World Series for the Yankees. Number 2, Lou Gehrig. The greatest first baseman of all time, Lou Gehrig leads the franchise in RBIs and extra base hits, had the consecutive games played streak record for over 50 years, won 2 MVPs, and won 7 World Series. Number 3, Mickey Mantle. The greatest switch hitter of all time, 20-time All-Star Mickey Mantle won the 1956 Triple Crown, 3 MVPs, and 7 World Series, with him holding the all-time records for most home runs, RBIs, and total bases in the World Series. Number 4, Joe DiMaggio. Yogi Berra, Derek Jeter, Mariano Rivera, and even Aaron Judge are candidates, though the choice is clear with Joe DiMaggio, as Joltin' Joe set the record for longest hitting streak at 56 games, won 3 MVPs, and won an incredible 9 World Series. Philadelphia Phillies. Number 1, Mike Schmidt. The greatest third baseman of all time, Mike Schmidt has over 100 WAR, over 500 home runs, and over 1,500 RBIs, has 10 Gold Gloves at third, won 3 MVPs, and won the 1980 World Series and World Series MVP. Number 2, Steve Carlton. Steve Carlton has the most wins in Phillies history with almost 250, and the most strikeouts in Phillies history with over 3,000, was the first player ever to win 4 Cy Youngs, and led Philadelphia's 1980 World Series winning pitching staff with a 10 WAR season. Number 3, Chase Utley. Utley had an absurd peak from 2005 to 2009, winning 4 Silver Sluggers and averaging 8 WAR per season in that time, and he won the 2008 World Series with his 7 career World Series home runs, being the all-time record for a second baseman. Number 4, Robin Roberts. Other options here are Richie Ashburn and Grover Cleveland Alexander, but 7-time All-Star Robin Roberts is pretty underrated, as he has the most pitching WAR in Phillies history, averaged 8.5 WAR per season from 1950 to 1954, and led the league in strikeouts twice. Pittsburgh Pirates. Number 1, Honus Wagner. The greatest statistical shortstop of all time, Honus Wagner racked up the most WAR in Pittsburgh history with over 120, won a record 8 NL batting titles, and won the 1909 World Series. Number 2, Roberto Clemente. 15-time All-Star Roberto Clemente has the most hits in Pirates history with exactly 3,000, was one of the greatest defenders ever with 12 Gold Gloves, which is tied for the most by an outfielder, won the 1966 NL MVP, and won 2 World Series and the 1971 World Series MVP before he tragically passed away. Number 3, Willie Stargell. Left fielder and first baseman Willie Stargell's 21-year career with the Pirates saw him get the most home runs and RBIs in franchise history, win 2 World Series, and be the only player to win the MVP, Championship Series MVP, and World Series MVP awards in the same season, doing so in 1979. Number 4, Paul Waner. Honorable mentions to Ralph Kiner and Andrew McCutchen, but Paul Waner's 15 years with Pittsburgh saw him hit the most doubles in club history, win 3 batting titles, and win the 1927 NL MVP in his rookie season. San Diego Padres. Number 1, Tony Gwynn. Mr. Padre was one of the greatest contact hitters of all time and leads almost every stat in Padres history, including almost 70 WAR, over 3,000 hits, and a career .338 batting average, won 7 Silver Sluggers, 5 Gold Gloves, and a record 8 NL batting titles, tying Honus Wagner. Number 2, Trevor Hoffman. Closer Trevor Hoffman actually has the most WAR among Padre pitchers, has a record 940 save seasons, and has 601 saves, a National League record and the second most all-time behind Mariano Rivera. Number 3, Dave Winfield. Right fielder Dave Winfield was a 4-time All-Star for San Diego, won 2 Gold Gloves, and was the first Hall of Famer to be inducted as a Padre. Number 4, Manny Machado. Ken Caminiti won the only Padres MVP, and if this list was made a few years ago, Jake Peavy would be the choice, I think, but Manny Machado broke the record for most Padres home runs in 2024, has won 3 Silver Sluggers, and was top 3 in MVP voting twice. San Francisco Giants. Number 1, Willie Mays. The greatest center fielder of all time, 24-time All-Star Willie Mays has the most home runs, hits, and WAR in Giants history with over 150, won 12 Gold Gloves and 2 MVPs, and won the 1954 World Series. Number 2, Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds has the all-time career records for most position player WAR, home runs, and walks, and with San Francisco won 9 Silver Sluggers, 5 Gold Gloves, 5 MVPs, including 4 in a row, is the only member of the 500-500 club, and it's up to you to decide how much you value these accomplishments given his steroid use. Number 3, Christy Mathewson. Mathewson has the most pitching WAR, wins, and strikeouts in Giants history, won 2 Triple Crowns, led the league in ERA and strikeouts 5 times, and won the 1905 championship for the New York Giants by pitching a record 3 World Series shutouts. Number 4, Mel Ott. Right fielder Mel Ott's entire 22-year career was spent with the Giants, where he racked up the most RBIs in franchise history, became the first National League player to hit 500 home runs, and won the 1933 World Series. Seattle Mariners. Number 1, Ken Griffey Jr. Ken Griffey Jr. has the most WAR and home runs in Mariners history, won 7 Silver Sluggers and 10 Gold Gloves, and unanimously won the 1997 AL MVP. Number 2, Edgar Martinez. The greatest designated hitter of all time, Edgar Martinez leads the franchise in RBIs, total bases, and extra base hits, won 5 Silver Slugger awards, and won 2 AL batting titles. Number 3, Ichiro Suzuki. Ichiro has the highest batting average, most hits, and most stolen bases in Mariners history, won 10 Gold Gloves, in 2001 won Rookie of the Year and MVP in the same year, and in 2004 broke the all-time record for most hits in a single season with 262. Number 4, Felix Hernandez. King Felix leads Seattle all-time in pitching WAR, wins, and strikeouts, won the AL Cy Young Award in 2010, and pitched the only perfect game in Mariners history. St. Louis Cardinals. Number 1, Stan Musial. 24-time All-Star Stan the Man has the most WAR in Cardinals history with 128 and leads almost every offensive counting stat, including over 3,500 hits and almost 500 home runs, won 7 batting titles, was awarded 3 MVPs, and won 3 World Series. Number 2, Rogers Hornsby. The greatest statistical second baseman, Rogers Hornsby has the highest OPS plus of any second baseman in baseball history, and for St. Louis he won 2 Triple Crowns, the 1925 NL MVP, and 6 batting titles, which includes him hitting over 403 times, and he tagged out Babe Ruth trying to steal a base to win the 1926 World Series. Number 3, Bob Gibson. Bob Gibson is the best pitcher in Cardinals history, winning 2 Cy Youngs, the 1968 NL MVP by posting a 1.12 ERA on the year, 2 World Series, and is the only other pitcher besides Sandy Koufax to have 2 World Series MVPs. Number 4, Albert Pujols. The greatest modern first baseman, the machine Albert Pujols won 6 Silver Sluggers, 3 MVPs, 2 World Series, and joined Barry Bonds, Henry Aaron, and Babe Ruth as the only players to have over 700 home runs. Tampa Bay Rays. Number 1, Evan Longoria. Longo has the most WAR, home runs, and RBIs in Rays history, won 3 Gold Gloves and a Silver Slugger, and was awarded the AL Rookie of the Year in Tampa Bay's 2008 pennant-winning season. Number 2, Carl Crawford. Carl Crawford has the highest batting average and most hits in Rays history, the most stolen bases in Rays history, with him being the AL stolen base leader 4 times, and is the only All-Star Game MVP in club history. Number 3, Ben Zobrist. Zobrist has the 3rd most WAR in Tampa Bay's history behind Longoria and Crawford, was a 2-time All-Star with the team, put up an 8.6 WAR season in 2009, which was the most of any AL position player that year, and basically pioneered the modern super utility archetype. Number 4, David Price. An honorable mention definitely goes to Kevin Kiermaier, but David Price has the most pitching WAR and lowest ERA in franchise history, the most All-Stars for a Rays pitcher with 4, and he won the 2012 AL Cy Young. Texas Rangers. Number 1, Ivan Rodriguez. Pudge Rodriguez was one of the best catchers of all time, having the most WAR in Rangers history, winning the most Gold Gloves of any catcher in baseball history with 13, winning the 1999 AL MVP, and having the most hits of any catcher with over 2,800. Number 2, Adrian Beltre. Adrian Beltre is one of the greatest third basemen of all time, having over 3,000 hits in his career, winning 2 Silver Sluggers, 3 Gold Gloves, and 2 Platinum Gloves while playing for Texas, and has the all-time career record for most RBIs of any third baseman. Number 3, Michael Young. In Michael Young's 13 17-year career for the Rangers, he set the franchise records for most hits, runs scored, and total bases, won the 2005 AL batting title by hitting .331, and contributed to 2 pennant-winning Rangers teams in 2010 and 2011. Number 4, Corey Seager. This is a hot take, and you could go with Rafael Palmeiro, Nolan Ryan, or Juan Gonzalez instead, but in Corey Seager's 4 years with Texas, he's won 3 All-Stars, a Silver Slugger, and led the Rangers to their only World Series title in 2023 by winning the World Series MVP. Toronto Blue Jays. Number 1, Dave Stieb. Stieb has the most WAR, wins, and strikeouts in Blue Jays history, played for the 1992 championship team, pitched the only no-hitter in franchise history, and as explained in the Secret Base miniseries on Stieb's career, was robbed of multiple Cy Young awards in the 80s. Number 2, Roy Halladay. Doc Halladay was a 6-time All-Star for Toronto, had insane durability for him to lead the American League in complete games 5 times and innings pitched 3 times, and won the 2003 AL Cy Young. Number 3, Carlos Delgado. Delgado leads the Blue Jays in home runs, RBIs, and OPS, hit 30 homers in a season 8 times in a row with the club, and was on the 1993 World Series winning team. Number 4, Jose Bautista. A very tough choice because I really wanted to choose Joe Carter, and guys like Roberto Alomar and Tony Fernandez could also be picked, but Jose Bautista has the highest position player WAR in franchise history, won 6 All-Stars and 3 Silver Sluggers, and led the majors in home runs twice, including a 54 home run season in 2010. Washington Nationals. Number 1, Gary Carter. I am including the Montreal Expos in the franchise, and catcher Gary Carter has the most WAR in club history, had 3 Silver Sluggers and 3 Gold Gloves, and arguably should have won the 1982 NL MVP over Dale Murphy. Number 2, Andre Dawson. Outfielder Andre Dawson won the 1977 NL Rookie of the Year, won 6 Gold Gloves and 3 Silver Sluggers for Montreal, and led the Expos to their only postseason berth in 1981. Number 3, Tim Raines. Left fielder Tim Raines has the most offensive WAR, walks, and by far the most stolen bases in franchise history with over 600, was a 7-time All-Star, and won the 1986 NL batting title by hitting .334. Number 4, Max Scherzer. Steve Rogers and Ryan Zimmerman deserve a mention too, but Mad Max won 2 Cy Young Awards for Washington, threw 2 no-hitters in 2015, is one of only 3 pitchers to have a 20 strikeout game, and won the only World Series in franchise history in 2019. And that is all 30 MLB teams done. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It took a ton of time, I would say about a month. It took me a long time to script, to do all the research, and then to recording, to doing all the audio, doing all the lines, and then editing all together, finding all the clips, all the pictures and whatnot, making all the text took a while. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe for more. Peace.